You don't do these?
Yeah, I got to focus myself, and I don't have a stand-in. I can't. I wasn't on Workaholics.
Yeah, what happened? We never got you in there?
No.
I like what you've done with the place.
Is this on you?
It works. I'm lit.
Scoot doo, blabbity blue, scoop dee. Oh yeah!
Shout out to Kiva, by the way.
Good.
Both are here. My favorite weed, and I've been eating. I'm almost exclusive with it, and I've been for years just eating on the podcast because I love it.
Yeah.
And they never sponsored podcasts, and I was the first one, and they sponsored me.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Dude.
So, and then they came to a show of mine in Irvine and
Kiva.
brought like a bag of
Kiva?
Kiva.
You guys did the right thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Is that your impression of the guy from?
Right.
Yeah. What's his name? You know, he was Matthew McConaughey.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, my impression is to just do part of it.
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah. Matthew McConaughey.
I couldn't do weed with you today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the board of our local JCC. We've got a big gala tonight. Don't want to be that guy. Don't want to be what people assume that I am.
Well, if there is a place to be a dad where you're stoned, it's at a Jewish community center.
Because
Jewish dads smoke weed.
Yeah. Exclusively? Well, I'm not a Jewish dad.
But, you know,
I'm
you're
just a
on the
community
board.
member. Yeah, well, yeah.
That's like when somebody calls somebody daddy. He's not their real dad, but like...
And what is that?
I think it's a couple of things.
Yeah.
I think some women have father issues.
Sure.
And they're looking for love from a paternal figure.
Yeah.
And as an adult, that love looks differently than it did what they needed as a kid.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, daddy, will you pick me up from the airport? You know, that's not what it is.
Right, yeah. But it probably is that too, though. You know?
That's how you get them.
People from the airport, you just go to the LAX
Uber
and hang
drivers.
out. You need a ride? Call me daddy. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
What? Okay, let's go.
That's a podcast. Call her daddy. I wonder
I just heard about this because Adam did it.
You just heard about it?
That's what the other people were like. They're like, and I go, they said she's the next Oprah. And I go, and then I said,
say that.
Nopra.
Cut to a clip of him saying that.
She's going to be the next Oprah.
Nopra.
More like Nopra.
More like Nopra.
Great.
But hey, good for her. She's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Is she giving away cars?
I don't know. I know that she got a Spotify deal that paid her like between 40 and 60 mil.
Yeah.
Yen.
Cool.
Yeah. So
what's the why is
she just drives around airports.
She's hilarious. What is this?
She drives around airports picking up guys.
No. What is the podcast so that I can like go, oh, that's why she got 50, 60 mil.
Oh, how do you not know?
I don't know. I actually don't listen to that many podcasts.
Oh, I listen to it all the time.
Okay. She interviews Adam Devine, so she interviews people.
Yeah,
she gets awesome guests.
Yeah, so the podcast is called Call Her Daddy, and her name is Alex Cooper, and gets guests like you know, Adam Devine, Gwyneth Paltrow. And she talks about things like how to spot a narcissist in dating. Don't go to the airport, sweetheart.
Okay, right? Yeah.
And you know, other things that I'm just looking up here.
All right.
Yeah, I don't listen to many podcasts either.
Well, shit. She sounds like she's killing it.
Yeah, people love her.
Have me on, please, and then
I'm having you on.
We'll get to the bottom. Not you. She's listening to this for sure. I'm saying have me on.
My posture is so.
You know what I mean?
Is this more like? Okay.
And what do you think that's going to get you on there now?
No, I have so much anxiety that I have been practicing releasing control where I can. And early on in the podcast game, booking people was very exhausting.
Yeah, now it's pretty easy, huh?
It is a lot easier, but still, who knows when they can? But it's like if somebody can't, it's like whatever. Like, I'll just have Adam Ray on for the 50th time.
Right.
He always comes through, and you're guaranteed to get at least a double out of him.
Yeah.
A lot of homers, too.
He's not doing a damn thing.
He's busy as hell.
He's so busy. Isn't he
But
busy?
you know what? He loves to do it.
He's my Instagram hero. You know what? I look at him and I go, wow, I'm getting 10 videos from Adam Ray every day.
Could you do that as Donald Trump?
Like, do an impression of Donald Trump saying, wow.
About Adam, yeah.
What did I say?
I don't know. Just talk about Adam like Donald Trump. You're getting 10 Instagram videos a day.
I don't know if I can do a Trump.
Me
What does
neither.
Trump do?
It's wonderful.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'm not good at impressions.
He's a good stand-up, good comic, dirty. I don't like the swear words. I don't know. Is that good?
It's amazing how far you've gotten with not being able to do that. This episode is
Sponsored by BetterHelp. Hi, what am I doing here? I'm a princess and a queen. Rick is nothing.
Wow, that really hurts. If only I had somebody to talk to.
Oh, well,
and if only you had somebody to talk to. Head on over to betterhelp.com/TYSO to save 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp.
.com.
Nope, that's BetterHelp.
HELP.com/TYSO.
The iced New Orleans with oat milk. Have you ever had it?
Is that like where it's drip coffee? Is it a latte?
It was like $7.
Okay, Grandpa Rick.
And if you want to see more jokes like that, head on over to Have a Time on YouTube because we are starting a podcast. Now, this will be in the episode that people see, but I'm going to put this on our channel, my channel.
Oh, great.
June 29th. Oh, you don't want me to?
No, go ahead. No, please go ahead.
June 29th. Check out Rick and Esther Have a Time. We're back, baby, and better than ever. And wow, this gets my rocks off.
Gulp, 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 gulp. Ew, that's scary.
You're in SAG, right?
Yeah.
Are we striking?
I don't know, man. I'll see you guys there.
Yeah. By the time this comes out, we'll probably know.
Yeah. I like to strike. It's cool.
Everyone's out there doing their picketing, and it's like,
Yeah.
I'm
all for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm all for them doing it.
Yeah. But
Not for me.
yeah, you know what? I do notice that for some people it is like their new big thing. I do notice that some, like, I just went to Disney the other day, grabbed
Disney?
a sign. Disney.
The studio.
The studio.
Right. Just making sure we're going. Yep.
Yeah. And grabbed a sign, one that wasn't too cute.
Right.
When it's like when a homeless person has a sign that's like too funny. I don't know who has that joke, but where it's like, if the sign's like too creative and too funny, you
don't feel bad for them.
You're not that desperate as a homeless person.
You know, that's funny because I'm my most desperate when I'm just
Right.
You
right.
know?
Yeah. Maybe that joke's wrong. But when I see like the signs that are too cute, I'm like, all right. So I grab a sign and I'm just walking laps and I'm seeing like each group at each gate kind of thing.
Do you have a picture of this?
Yeah, I put it on Instagram.
We'll put it up here.
Yeah, you guys can go check it out.
No,
And you can shit on it like everyone else did.
We'll just put it here and then
just-
goblins a shit on it.
Great. And you see some people that are fucking into it.
Yeah.
Like they're like, for hours, they're like doing the thing for people to honk and like shaking the sign.
Do you feel it's an identity or do you feel it's being part of a community?
I feel like it's an energy type. It's a personality type. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How did you feel when do you mind talking about Black Lives Matters for a little bit? Mm-hmm. You do mind?
I don't mind.
When everyone was putting up that black square.
Yeah, I did it.
Did you?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I judged it. Not the mission,
Sure.
but the intention.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of times I was wrong. And I'm sure, in fact, I know for a fact most of the times I was right.
Yeah.
But even though I stand behind, if there's anything I stand behind more than writers, it's Black Lives.
Mm-hmm. I have heard that if you're a black person, Rick Glassman's probably right behind you.
I'm standing right behind you. Mm-hmm. I'm standing right behind you because I know that your life matters. Mm-hmm. Black lives, top of the list. Mm-hmm. Then, second, writers.
Writers' lives.
So when they're picketing and they're doing the thing, and I'm all for it. I want them to be doing this. I think that's ridiculous. I mean, I'm as a it's so corny, but as a dramatic award-winning actor, like this stuff matters to me too.
Me too. We're talking about Black Lives Matter,
dramatic acting, and then women's rights. Black lives, writers. Tell me if I'm wrong. Very close.
Another podcast,
but third is women.
Yeah.
But when I'm seeing all of this stuff happening, the ones that make me laugh, as you would call the cutesy, I'm like, I like that. But when it's just people posting, not doing, but posting about it, I understand it spreads awareness, and that's great.
Yeah.
But depending on how it's posted and how it's framed and who it is and how often they're doing it, I do go, okay.
Yeah.
I've seen some people that aren't in the Writers Guild.
Right.
They aren't actors.
Right.
And they're posting all about it.
Right.
And I'm thinking like, and if you weren't out there supporting women's body rights, you should not be supporting the writers right now.
So you think these are people who are like hitching their wagon to the other wagons to basically like be part of something?
It's hot right now to be anti-studio.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck the studios.
Right. Yeah.
That's in right now.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I know. And the way it's so funny because I'm like, yeah, I gotta post something. So the people who follow me on Instagram understand where my support is, right?
And that makes sense.
And then it was just like, fuck you. And I was like,
yeah.
For what?
That's where it comes down to intention. Are you doing this to show that you're part of it, or are you doing this because you are part of it and you want to represent that?
Right. I got a lot of people going like, of course, make it about you. And I was like,
Gulp.
I'm here. It is about me and the guild I'm in.
Yeah.
I didn't know how else. They didn't give me any guidance, man. And they made fun of my hat. I had a hat with like a long kind of back thing to it, so my neck didn't get sunburned out there. Right. Got lit up on the hat.
Fuck. Well, at least you didn't get lit up on the sun. That hurts worse.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Oh. I'm gonna wear that hat again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're ginger?
Yeah, a little bit. Pubes.
Your skin sensitive?
I'll get sunburned if I'm out there striking for 4 hours for sure. Yeah.
You know, I got a facial just before this.
Sorry to hear that.
No, it's I chose to a hydrating facial.
Yeah, no, it is.
What do you think I mean?
What do you want it to mean? You got a facial from.
I actually want to say the name of the place because it's called Jonah Vargas, Joanna Vargas. Do you know this? I want a facial.
No,
I put up on my Instagram. I'm like, LA. If anybody knows this, it's you. Send me the good facial places.
Right.
And a friend of mine sent me this one. And she goes, it's expensive, but it's the best. And you know me.
Yeah.
I'm like, money's free.
Right. Yeah.
Send them a message. Can we book something?
Yeah.
They go send us an email.
Yeah.
They know about the podcast.
Wait, you sent them a message through like Yelp?
No, through Instagram.
Through Instagram. And then they were like, send us an email.
Yeah. You book through Instagram because then they see who's booking.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
I don't know if I do.
So she saw, that's the dude from the Take Your Shoes Off podcast. Dude, come in. Let us give you a facial for free.
Right. Oh, sick. Nice, dude.
They have facials from like $100 to the Super Master Nova. Still don't know what that is.
That's what it's called?
Master Supernova.
Yeah.
Bro, it was divine. I'll say it.
Sure.
Second time on the podcast. Divine. It was unbelievable. And what a perk I get for being a dramatic award-winning actor. I got this amazing facial.
Yeah.
As I'm in there, she said something about a product. I said as a joke, 20% off, use code TYSO. And she goes, okay. So I'm like, all right, I'll tell people if they want to go to this.
Yeah.
This isn't really an ad.
Yeah.
I guess it is.
It is. Exactly.
But my intention to this, they didn't tell me to do this. My intention to this would be like, hey, if you guys want to go to this place, here's 20% off because it's awesome. They're not paying me for that, but they gave me the free thing.
Yeah.
So I got to disclose that. But they didn't tell me to talk about it here.
No.
But man, I had such a good face.
Wait, but didn't they say like 20% off TYSO? Or you said you offered what?
I said as a joke because she was filming something.
Yeah.
Because they wanted me to post my story, and I will.
Oh, okay, yeah. So this is all an ad. This is all advertising.
But the reason I'm talking about it here is because of how much I loved it, and like, oh, I want to tell you about this thing that I did.
Yeah.
You know, I don't need to do that. But also, yeah. But the 20% wasn't something that they said. It was like,
You
I
said it
looked at
as a
camera as a
joke.
joke, 20%. They said, okay. I'm like, oh, I'll tell if people want to do this.
Yeah,
Like the girl
yeah.
that told me, shout out to Molly, by the way, I'll put her Instagram handle here.
Right.
20% off.
Yeah, fucking cool. And so what do they do? I've never gotten a facial. What do they do?
Done it a few times, and I do them because I like the way I feel after, but I never enjoyed it. This one was like a massage. And there's extractions. Do you know about these?
Like
You
pop
hear
your
about this?
zits?
Blackheads.
Yeah.
Where there's that part of it.
Like what do they just like crinkle your nose up?
So I've had it where
Dude, I'll fucking give you those. Come on.
yeah,
man.
yeah. Well, but this place had a separate thing. This place had like a little vacuum for your nose. What's happening?
I'm just getting super long texts. Like the longest text I've ever seen in my life.
Do you want to take a break?
No, I don't want to answer that. They had a vacuum for your nose.
So it's like a little thing that it sucks up. It shoots some type of hydrochloric acid and water or something. I don't know. But and then it like vacuums up. It didn't hurt. It felt amazing. And they did these collagen masks and this gold mask and all these things that I don't really know what's happening, but everything smelled so good. And when she was putting it on, it was like this stuff. And normally I'm like doing this and this one. So that's why I was just like, dude, I just got to fit.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, I look a little bit of a mess. I'm not allowed to shower yet.
I mean, I look like a shit. I just got out of the pool and
The hydration has made me think of it. So tell
I'm
me about
so
that.
dried out. But that's the thing is when you're in water, you get dry.
Well, when you're
Isn't that
in,
weird?
Depends on kind of water.
Sure, I guess you're right. But I have like the goggle marks.
Now you're in chlorine water, not salt water, correct?
You know what's weird is that it's a little salty. I don't know what it is.
Maybe it's jealous of you.
Now we're talking. I do believe, don't they chlorinate saltwater pools anyway also?
I don't know, but I do know there are saltwater pools without chlorine.
Okay. All right.
And
Oh, it's like electrically not chlorinated, but like disinfected, like lasers.
so that's another one. There's salt water,
Yeah.
there's chlorine, and then there's another plug. I'm not doing an ad here. I just love this stuff.
Yeah.
Phone soap. Found it on Shark Tank, been using it for years.
Phone
That
soap.
white thing right there. Open
Oh, you
it up.
put your phone in there?
Or whatever you want to keep cold, son.
Cold?
Awesome. Hey, there's even a fridge. This is great. You can put 6 packs of soda in here, milk, yogurt. You can put candy bars in the freezer.
Anything that you want to keep cool.
And it does 10 minutes of ultraviolet ultraviolet ray, which is a disinfectant. So there are pools that
You said put whatever you want to keep cold in there?
Are you saying put your phone in there? And from Tommy Boy, he goes, I could put a 6-pack of, he's about to say beer to his dad and realizes he shouldn't say beer.
yeah.
You could put a 6-pack of soda and anything you want to keep cold, son.
Yeah.
Like he's just like disregarding it.
Yeah.
So when you're going to say you put your phone in there, I want to say yes, but I have the big one. I could put my glasses, my keys, multiple phones, remote controls.
And it cleans it.
It disinfects it. My uncle got one.
With a laser?
With ultraviolet rays.
Oh,
like what
sick.
dentist office use.
To like whiten your teeth?
Yes, but I don't know if it's the same. More so to sterilize their things. I think it was my Uncle Bob. Somebody said they put it in and they take it out and there's still thumbprints on it. I'm like, it doesn't clean it like that. It's on a microscopic level.
Yeah.
So pools have that. In the
Wouldn't
filter
you
system.
rather it wiped them clean and the microscopic shit was still there?
Yeah, but you do this. You're not one or the other. I go like this, and now I throw it in.
Right. Okay. So you're working.
And that's what the pools do.
Double
There's still a
duty.
filter,
Yeah.
but then through the filter, it does the ultraviolet rays.
Right.
Yeah. Which is what I call Adam sometimes when he posts 10.
Adam Ray. Yeah. I mean, what are they going to come up with next, man?
Dude, I don't know how to tell you this, but you've been talking to AI this whole time.
How could you? I bet
Alan
AI
Iverson
could,
comes in.
How long do you want to live?
Well, that depends on what's doing and how I'm feeling, but I like the idea of thinking, a long time.
Pain-free, how long do you want to live?
In today's standards, meaning like assuming that most of my friends and family aren't living past 100.
Yeah.
I'm cool with the cool 100.
You that would work for you?
If I'm pain free, I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
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 How about you?
1,000. I want to be around forever, dude. Just to see all this shit. Don't you want to like?
I'll do 1,000, especially if you're going to be there.
I'll be like, yo, how are you? I haven't seen you in 100 years.
Yeah, but we'd probably be talking like this. Beep, boop, boop, pop, beep, beep, beep.
Right? Mm-hmm. Or would we just be fucking World of the Psychic?
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see what's next.
What a lovely perspective on life.
You know? I just think it's cool. Whenever new shit comes out, I always think about like people I knew who like died young or like my grandparents. I'm like, you never got to see the fucking iPhone. Isn't that wild? Like,
do you have any grandparents that are still with us?
Game changer? No, I don't. No.
When did you lose the last one? And where'd you lose
like
it?
10 years ago.
Really? So I didn't know any of your kids. No great grandparents.
No, they on my wife's side they had a couple. They had a few, yeah.
I'm saying none of yours were great grandparents.
That's true. They were horrible grandparents. Yeah, they never got to be great grandparents.
I'm sorry.
I think they're fine with it. Yeah, they don't seem to be complaining. But they never got to see this.
Yeah.
You know. And you gotta go like, do you have parents that are like into tech who are like fucking up on their shit and kind of get it? No, right? I mean, I know most people
anybody our
don't.
age?
I know most people don't, but then when you see the dad, have you ever had like a dad age person, like our dad age person come up to you and be like, did you get this app? You can do all, and you're like,
Never.
fucking no. Oh yeah.
Not once.
It always shakes me to my core.
Right.
It's
Because
like
that's not what it's
seeing
supposed to be.
a dog on its hind legs or walking around or something. Yeah, you're just like,
Right.
yeah, no, I didn't get that app. They're like, yeah, basically like you can get free this, that. And you're like, oh fuck, what the, huh?
Do you remember where you've experienced this and what the app was?
I can't remember it, but I do. It shook me to my core.
Did you get into the app?
No, because it just seemed like something I didn't need in my life. It seemed like some like superfluous thing that wasn't like, oh, I gotta have that. But they were stoked to be like, I have that. I use it all the time. It's super useful. And I was like, all right, very cool.
Are you a tech dad?
I want to be, but I don't know. I look at like I get on Reddit. I don't get on Reddit, but I get on like if I get a link or something, I click on it and I look at Reddit. I go, I don't know what this is. This is.
Why did you correct yourself on get on Reddit?
What do you mean?
You said get on Reddit. Well, I don't get on it.
Like I said when I get on Reddit, and you go, oh, you're on Reddit.
Right.
So I changed it to like
The opposite. I don't even understand it.
right. When I get on there, when someone sends me like a link that
Right.
is something, whatever, or if I'm like looking something up, like I'm looking at your bureau, how to like fucking clean, how to sand fucking, I don't know, whatever. And
Heavy Jesus.
and then I'll see like Reddit, Reddit threads.
Any producers who are looking for writers, I would.
Yeah. Reddit threads. You're not going to air this anyway. Reddit threads. You're not. We did it once. We didn't do it another.
Right.
This one's not
I
going
think
to air.
There's been 4. I think it was 4 that I never aired, and I forgot yours was one of them.
Yeah. This is number 2.
Why won't this one air?
Yeah, it's a snoozer.
You just said a whole bunch the first one.
I was angry.
Yeah, well, I'm not posting it.
This is the first thing that comes to mind, you know? And I'll get the recommendations of like the how-tos. It'll be like Reddit. And then I wait for like the YouTube clip for me
Yeah.
to watch. Cause I'm like, I don't know how to read Reddit.
Where are you a tech dad?
Just, I have like the newest thing, you know?
But even on the phone, it's like, this text is so long.
Yeah, I meant, dude, it's overwhelming. But yeah, I have, you know what it is? I just have the money to buy the new thing. I'm like
You should try this Joan Vargas spa.
yeah. Is that technology?
Yeah, the gun.
The zapper?
They also do something that electrocutes you. Or like, it's like, like, and it's
Yeah, I'm not anti-spa. I like a good massage. I like a good sports massage. I don't know if I'll get a facial, but it doesn't sound like it's horrible. And they sound like they know what they're doing over at
Jonah Vargas,
Jonah Vargas.
I think.
Yeah.
I'll put a thing up. I get a lot of massage. I'm going through some for a long time, just injuries.
What's going on?
Jewish joints. I got arthritis.
Jewish joints. JCC?
Yeah.
JCC dad?
Bring some weed. But I've gone
okay.
through a lot of different things, and what I'm doing now, I actually am just starting this injection. I don't want to get into it now because who cares? But it's like a 5 inject. I've done stem cell from my bone marrow. I've done PRP. I've done surgery. This is now I'm trying something else.
Shoulder?
Left shoulder.
What's going on?
Hurts when I exercise.
Same. Yeah, you just work through it.
Yeah,
Just
but
power through.
it gets bad sometimes.
Yeah.
Where you have to stop for a month or two.
Yeah.
And it's like, but through this rehabilitation that I'm doing, I'm also at this place where it's myofascial massages and work. You know about that? You hear about this? That stuff is.
Where they just take that fucking metal bitch.
Some do it with metal, but for the whole body, there's people that just do it like this.
For the fascia?
Yeah, the guy that works on me, shout out to you King, put his Instagram here. He just it's like you come out and you but he does it with his hands.
But I thought they did fascia work with like
Metal things.
Instruments.
You could if it's like a small little spot.
And then when they want to get into the tissue, that's when they do the thumb and the pressure and all that.
Yeah,
well,
I've had it all.
What do I know? Yeah.
But I just like.
What are you, 38?
22.
Oh. Huh.
Take the camera off me for a second. Have it on him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You're a young guy.
Oh.
22.
Tell me about your swimming. You were almost an Olympian.
Yeah, I didn't make the Olympics. Yeah.
I was just thinking about something funny that happened the other day.
Yeah. It was when I was here and I said that same joke. What?
Nothing. Allergies. Why didn't you make the Olympics?
You have to be faster than I was.
But why'd you keep doing it?
I
Because
didn't.
you love it.
I didn't keep doing it. I did it until I got terminated from the swim team.
But you win today.
Oh, yeah. Now I do it for exercise, for my joints.
Really? For joints? Mm-hmm. I don't remember if I talked to you about this on the podcast or not, but
Swimming for joints.
swimming for joints, that actually sounds beautiful.
Mm-hmm. I enjoy it still. But the Olympics, I'm not going to go there. Actually, I might go watch.
Really?
Yeah, in Paris. Fuck yeah.
When is it?
It's coming up, I think. What year is it?
My lady's in Paris right now.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on there? She's
Just
getting
trying out
ready
for
for
the
the
Olympics.
Olympics. Yeah.
You told me at Adam's house so long ago, and again, maybe I told you this already, but I remember it was when I found out that you watched Undateable, and you're like, "Hey man," because I just met you.
Yeah.
You're like, "Hey man, I love Undateable," and you're unbelievable, dude. And I go, "All right, dude," and you're like,
I think you asked me if I meant it.
"Yeah." To be candid, whenever somebody says that they liked me in Undateable, I don't know if they're busting my balls or not. Mm-hmm. No disrespect to anybody other than
I feel like
I've never
we
gotten
did
that.
this whole rigmarole the other day when I said, "Hey man, we're watching Ain't Dead Yet," and or what is it? Not Dead Yet? And I was like,
Yeah, it seems disingenuous when peers tell me that they're watching my stuff.
Yeah.
I don't mean to project that, but like it's like, especially when it's goofy people, like
that's exactly what you're doing.
yeah, I'm saying I don't mean to. Like I'm not like I'm aware it's happening, and
yeah.
like I know that's not necessarily the case, but because I'm so unsure, I do ask. I ask because like, I mean, a lot people say stuff like, "Hey man, great set," you know, like as a joke, not that it was a set or a good set or not, just like it's just like a thing,
Right.
So like when I get a compliment about something I've done, and if they mean it, it would make me feel good. I want to like seriously.
Yeah.
But the reason I brought it up is we were talking about working out, and you said, "Do you work out?" And I go, "Yeah." You go, "You don't need to." And I go, "You don't work out?" And you go, "The first season, man, I was working out." Do you remember this?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, because you want to look good on TV, and you're like, well, who gives a shit?
Yeah. For that, and I still stand by that for Workaholics, because we were about to do the movie and I was like, sick. I'm not working out at all. And then the movie got pulled and I was like, fuck, I got to lose like 15 pounds now.
Wait, when was this?
Beginning of the year.
You know, this conversation I had with you was 8 years ago.
No, I know. But what I just said is that I meant that for Workaholics. And so other roles
gotcha.
I've worked out for, but then when we were gearing up for Workaholics again, I was like,
So tell me why. You wanted your character to not be in good shape because it's funnier? Or you just didn't matter?
it doesn't matter. Like I got in shape because I was like, dude, I'm about to be on TV. I want to look good. And we recorded that. It happened. I looked good. And then now, like, who fucking cares?
Why do you, for some roles, want to look good?
Because it's what the role is asking for more.
that
You know
true?
what I mean? Yeah. Like I played like a leading man who plays a superhero in movies in a movie called At Midnight last year. And so I worked out. Yeah, it's on Paramount Plus, my favorite streaming service.
Know that.
Yeah, check it out. It's a very funny rom-com starring Diego Boneta and Monica Barbaro. It's a half Spanish, half English movie. It takes place in Mexico about a couple movie stars who break up but can't tell like the public because they don't want the breakup to ruin like the PR of the movie. So they stay together for that. But then she meets another guy and is like, this guy rocks. My ex, me, is a dickhead. Yeah. Anyway, worked out for that role because I was like, I have to look like a guy supposed to look for this stuff.
That makes me think of, it's different, but still makes me think of when Vinny Chase was going to make Aquaman and his ex Mandy Moore was going to be attached. And he was like, I don't care, it's fine. And then when he realized that Mandy didn't want him anymore, he just like lost it.
Perfect analogy.
Right?
Yeah. So what do you think? You think you got to work out for every role you're in? Or what struck you about me saying that back then that you don't have to work out?
It didn't change my perception on anything. I just thought it was such an honest perspective from somebody who I didn't know, that though I didn't have the experience he had with that stuff, I totally understood. Yeah. And every now and then that does pop into my head. Like, not that I am or I'm not working out even, just every now and then, like, usually it must be when I'm not working out, because it's usually in like I got it then, let's remember now, like who gives a shit?
Right.
Like there's a vanity of you wanting to look a certain way, which exists.
Yeah.
But like, you're like, yeah, I guess it's a nice reminder of like, if you're going to put value on yourself in certain ways, how much more, and this is my version of this, funny over any of the other stuff.
Right.
Funny, women.
Yeah.
This show is sponsored by
BetterHelp.
I didn't even realize you were still there.
Well, I am here, and I use BetterHelp because I have to deal with you on our podcast, and it's making me have a hard time, and so I need to go to BetterHelp.
I mean, if that was an audition, I would say thank you for coming in. Now listen, I've been in therapy for a long time. You could probably tell if I'm putting up with this one. But all jokes aside, I don't think therapy is something that is just for the people who have the most conscious traumas and the things they need to get over. Everybody could benefit from understanding their patterns of behavior, their triggers, and how they could just overall feel a sense of calm. That's why I suggest BetterHelp. Head on over to betterhelp.com/TYSO to save 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp.
HELP.com/TYSO
for 10% off. And remember, if you're down and troubled and you need a helping hand, just call betterhelp.com/TYSO. And now that's an ad read.
Really good. No, really good.
You're the prettiest girl. You're so pretty.
Thank you.
I mean, dude, like, by the way, it's almost
all of that.
It's almost not like it's almost like it's not that I want to look a certain way, it's that I don't want to look a certain way.
Of course.
Like if I look fine, perfect. If I look a little chubby, titties are hanging, you know, I wish I could clean that up a little bit. But other times I'm like, is it funnier?
Sure.
Or does it really matter? No. Who cares?
Yeah.
You know? By the way, that first season I was like 28. So like, you know, now I'm 42 or about to be. It's just different animal.
Looking bad in something when I'm not being funny, I don't like. Looking whatever, I'm totally fine with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like as we see,
when have you ever looked bad?
And as we see it, they did a lot of close profile shots, and I had to shave because they wanted me to. I was 25, which is paying 3 years older, and also it was just after the pandemic where I was doing nothing, and I was eating the worst. Yeah, and just sometimes I see pictures of me, I'm like, my jaw looks good, and then you see that, and I remember the first thing I saw was they were showing me just while we were working on set. Someone was working on episode 2, and he showed me, and I saw that, and I just went, you have to be, to myself, like, you have to be okay with this.
Yeah.
It's the character.
Yeah. Yeah.
but I was insecure.
And by the way, then you tell everybody like, yeah, and I put on 7 pounds for that role. Like, cause I knew that where I was before just wouldn't hit right.
And it's
And if
subtle.
I was any heavier, it'd be a distraction from like the other actors. And I don't want to do that to them. It's just not the way you operate.
Right.
So 7 pounds just felt right.
So why are you it's still on? Like, is it something you just finished or are you doing it for something else?
Exercising?
Yeah, you still have the 7. I'm saying, why do you still have the weight? Did you just finish it recently?
You know what? The weight is transformed. It went from just fat to now kind of some muscle and still some fat. And we're working on it. It's a process. Again, 42, different animal.
Right.
But yeah, I just got back in the water like this week. So
Why'd you stop?
I got busy. I was doing press for
The Sebastian movie?
About My Father, Sebastian Maniscalco, Robert De Niro, which I was also like in decent shape for.
I remember I talked to you on the phone. I don't remember what it was.
Oh, yeah.
There was a bit that I wanted your help with.
That was crazy. I'm like in a Speedo on the roof of a hotel, had just gotten out of the pool, and you called me, and I was like, what's this about? Like, is he dying and like dialed my phone by accident? Like,
Yeah, because I probably only called you then.
yeah.
I don't know if I've ever called you other than then.
And then you like half pitched me something, and you were like, is there a show here?
I thought it was something to do on a podcast.
Something. It was a concept.
Yeah, it was a concept.
I don't think it was as small as a bit. I feel like it was something a little bigger.
Yeah, it was a device of some kind that I'm like, what is like? How do we? Was it after you came on my pod? It must have
Yeah,
been.
yeah.
Because we were talking about writing structure and stuff. I don't remember what it was either, but
Yeah. But
excited
yeah,
for it.
I was swimming for that movie. That's the easiest way for me to drop weight is to like just swim for 2 weeks and I'll lose like 10 pounds.
what's it called? My Father's Keeper?
Swimming. About My Father.
And when does that come out?
That comes out May 26th.
So it'll be out by the time this comes out.
You guys have all seen it.
Well, if those of you who haven't seen it, you go to Paramount
You gotta
Plus.
go see it. No. This is in theaters, baby. We're getting back out there. We're catching COVID, but we're laughing.
Listen, man, the stories need to be told, but before they need to be lived, right? Mm-hmm. So when we're just in our little bubble,
Hollywood. Hollyweird, yeah.
that's why I wonder when we were talking about the writer strike stuff, how many people outside of this fucking bubble? Nobody. But like it's constantly. You know, it's in our bubble.
Mm-hmm.
I think the weed just kicked in.
Yeah, okay. Well, good. Finish your thought or try. Oh boy.
I play a character when I get.
Where's the exit? Okay.
I have a character that I do in parties when I'm invited, and I'm really high. Mm-hmm. Or I play this character for myself. Mm-hmm. When I'm talking to people, I'm doing a bit of a guy who's not high. You ever hear a British people
When you're
speak?
high, you're doing a bit about a guy who's not high.
Not a bit, a character. I really mean there's a big difference.
Yeah.
It's just
I
like
agree.
something for me to play.
Sure.
The way British people speak, and I'm actually from America. It's like, oh, you're doing American.
Mm-hmm.
You're not American. I love being high and doing not high. How you guys doing?
Like just being upbeat and like just
Yeah.
dialed in.
Or whatever I think people
Does
are.
anyone know you're doing this bit? Or pardon me, character?
Yeah, it's not a secret.
This bit of a character.
It's not a secret. I mean, the time that it happened recently, I can remember where I'm doing it for like 20 seconds, and then I laughed, and they go, "What's so funny?" And I realized, oh, I thought we were pretending we're human, and we were both playing.
Right.
I'm just a little high.
Yeah.
I was just a little high, and I was like pretending I wasn't high.
Yeah.
Like I'll do that if like I made somebody uncomfortable.
Is weed your choice of drug? And do you drink? You don't drink.
I'm not sober. I'll have a drink every now and then.
Yeah. But it's weed is your thing. That's your go-to. Every day? I don't know.
I'll go weeks without it. So
You don't drink because
I like that. People don't say that anymore, cuz. But no, I don't. I don't feel like I'm in the most when I'm high on weed. I feel like, yeah, this is what it's supposed to be.
you're in the zone. Yeah.
When I'm drunk, I feel like I shouldn't drive. I don't know if
Right.
like Also, very much do not enjoy being around drunk people.
Right. But aren't you around them anyway?
Don't like it.
But what? Yeah.
If I saw a whole bunch of people that looked unwell and I saw what food they were eating, I don't think it would turn me on to that food. So when I see all these people being annoying and touchy and doing, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm judging them probably. I'm also judging the choice to be drinking to get yourself to that point.
But you like being around, if you were not stoned, you'd like to be in a room full of stoned people?
I'm totally fine being around high people, whether I am or I'm not.
Why? Why?
They're just fun and
Are
chill.
they?
My experience, yeah. My experience is when you're high, you're either, if you're high energy, like upbeat, it's like, it's positive, it's silly, it's fun, and then otherwise it's just fucking chilling out, bro, just watching a movie. Either of those work for me.
Yeah.
I grew up with Jewish dads. They're always high.
Right. Yeah.
Seriously. What about you?
Christian father.
No, your relationship with booze, weed,
Yeah,
and
I
Jesus in that order.
drink. I don't really smoke that much weed. I got some gummies when I want to like have some freaky dreams. You know what I mean? I'll take like a couple gummies, like too much.
What's too much? Do you know the dosage?
I think they're like 15 milligrams.
Yeah, I do 5. You take multiple 15 milligrammers?
Maybe they're 10 and I do 2. And then I just blast off. Like I take it in like and get in bed. And then I'll wake up in the middle of the night and be like, oh, fuck.
And do you like that feeling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, because it's like you have the weirdest dreams. I do at least. I don't really like to take it like if I tuck the kids in and they're like, oh, cool, I'll take this. This will hit like in a half hour or whatever. And then I can just sit on the couch. Like I don't like being stoned.
So you don't like chilling out high. You just like going to sleep high.
I like going to sleep not high and then waking up in the middle of sleeping being like, you should not go anywhere right now. Like you should be sleeping.
You weren't
But if there's like a fire, I do think about that where I'm like, yeah, but if like the tree in front of the house falls on the roof, like, can you even like
hear it?
Go get the kids? Yeah. Can you even
If you're high and a tree falls on the roof in the middle of the night, could you hear it?
Can you hear it? Does it even fall? Like emergency situations.
Right.
You know, I'm like,
I think about that. I remember somebody once told me they don't sleep naked in case there's an earthquake.
yeah.
Like, oh, I guess people like want to prepare, like get ready. I don't do it because I don't want a spider to go in my pee hole.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
again,
I slept naked until I had kids. And then I was just like, and then they like come and crawl in your bed, you know? And you just don't want to like poke the bear
what do you mean?
with your dick,
What's the bear?
the child.
I get it.
So now I wear underwear.
So you were going to get high if you weren't going to the JCC. I would still like to at some point experience that with you.
Yeah, it's not good though. It's not fun.
You're not funny high? You like energy?
I'm not funny at no. Like,
Sorry you feel that way about yourself.
no. It's what people say.
We'll just have a whole bunch of the comments of you in that hat. He's not even funny.
Yeah.
Fuck.
How'd I get this far?
Do you feel funny is near the top, if not the top of the list of your skill set in this business?
Yeah, I guess so.
Your humor?
Yeah. I can get pretty funny.
Yeah. What do you need
What do I need?
to get there? Is it an organic thing? Is it an inspiration thing? Is it do you need a suggestion?
Suggestions never hurt.
Superheroes.
Yeah, it's a good one.
You know, you're talking about being a superhero and all.
Playing one, please.
What's the difference?
Playing one. Then
Isn't that what
playing one and being one?
Isn't a superhero playing one by doing what they're doing?
No. I don't think that's how it works. I think I was just pretending to be one.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's like a magician. Is he doing magic? Is he pretending to do magic? Is he pretending illusions are magic? How do you define it?
Yeah, I think he's pretending to do magic.
See, I just think that's condescending.
Yeah, well, they should wake up and smell what I'm cooking. They're not doing magic.
Well, so you agree you're being condescending?
No, I agree that if they see it as condescending, they should recognize that they're also not doing magic.
Okay. I just think you should speak kinder to yourself. I think what you do is,
Magic?
I think you're a superhero.
Oh.
But also, I don't know if you remember, I asked you if you wanted to be a superhero. Do you remember this?
No, last time?
Yeah, there's those cards right there.
Oh, yeah. The Marvel cards.
Yeah.
So sick.
And
Who did I say I wanted to be? Sandman or something like that?
it was chosen for you.
Oh.
Well, because a lot of people, everyone gave their submissions, and the thing that made sense was we made you all the Fantastic Four.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing. We literally talked about this like a week or two ago on our podcast.
About you guys being the Fantastic Four?
Yeah. And who draws these?
Scott Hepburn put his Instagram handle up. He does all of the artwork. He's a Marvel comic book illustrator, and he's fucking incredible.
That is good, man. You know what? I wish my hair looked like that all the time. And that my face looked like that.
Do you like the way your face looked? You know, because that was the one that we had most notes on of trying to get the likeness right. We Googled so many images of you smiling, and you have like a couple of different smiles.
Yeah.
And we tried all of them.
Yeah. I like to keep everyone guessing. I mean, my eyebrow is kind of weird, right? That one eyebrow.
Oh, that's because he's, he's like, what's going on to those people over there?
Oh, okay.
So who else? Who is who?
I was that guy.
Right.
Adam was the Thing.
Right,
Or not? Is it the Thing? Yeah, the
Yeah.
Thing. Blake was Human Torch.
Gotcha.
And then Kyle was the Invisible Woman. Yeah.
Close.
Yeah.
Small world.
And they're making the damn movie.
Who's they?
Marvel.
Oh, I thought you were saying you guys are doing a Fantastic Four movie.
Hollywood's making it.
Right. They've done it a few times.
Yeah, it hasn't really worked out. It'll work out this time. I know the director. He's a super smart, talented guy. I think he's going to pull it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll put his Instagram handle up here.
Matt Shackman.
Shacky.
Shackman. Did you ever do Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
I did background work on it a bunch.
Did you?
Some of my best acting is subtle acting. I was in Always Sunny in Philadelphia. What I do is put myself in a moment and live it. I'm not an actor. I am living in fiction.
Yeah.
No shit. So he directed like the lion's share of those episodes. He did a ton. But then I worked with him on this Godzilla show that we cut to now.
And we're back. So you're doing open mics in
And he's damn good. He knows what he's doing. I'm excited.
Do you want to direct?
Yeah, I think so, but it's so much work. It's a lot of work. Everybody's coming to you, asking all the questions, and
You didn't let me finish. Do you want me to? Do you want to direct these nuts?
oh yeah, I don't. Let's- What is that?
The button my girl got me.
And is it just that quote?
That's what she said.
Is that from The Office, or is that just a guy?
That's what she said.
And they cashed in on it.
That's what she said.
Well, that's what she said. Isn't from The Office, you know.
Right, but it was popularized, much like Let's Get Weird was not from Workaholics, but it was popularized.
Much like Boy, Are My Arms Tired
was popularized
by
by
me on this show.
that can't be true.
Absolutely.
Huh. Popularized?
I'm trying to give you popular eyes.
Well, then you're going to have to pop your real eyes. How did you make that noise? Oh, boy. Who are your comedy influences?
I'm glad you asked.
Like, who do you... When you got into comedy, were you like, I just ooze this and I need to show everybody? Or was there somebody that you were like, I like that guy, he seems like me, I'm going to kind of do that? Or did you just get into it and you had people who you liked?
I got into comedy for the same reason why I got into basketball, which was here's something I want to get good at, and I want to make friends. Like it felt like when I tried it, I was curious because I liked making stuff. I didn't know if it was going to be stand up. I didn't like making videos in college for my classes, like writing and acting and being silly. I tried stand up, and then I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. And like you see some people who are like, oh, that guy's good. And then like I started to go to more shows and like, whoa. So I wanted to get good at it and like find a community because I made a decision. It wasn't inspired by like stand up. Who
did you see that you were like, oh, that guy's good?
Bill Squire. He's a Cleveland comic.
Okay,
I
cool.
remember when I saw him, I was like, because I remember I came home after I had done Undateable or was doing it or something, and I did some shows and I did shows with him, and he was talking to me, and I mean we're friendly now. I don't know him that well, but
does he go by Billy Squire?
I don't think so.
Just Bill.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Do you know Billy Squire from Cleveland who's a comic? Because then yes, maybe.
I just feel like Billy Squire is a name I've heard, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
I just remember like I felt like, oh, this is so cool that you're talking to me. Like it felt like he was a senior and I was a freshman type of thing. Mm-hmm. And like, oh, the cool guy. Mm-hmm. I also was never bullied in school, but I wasn't included in anything. And in I talk about on stage how
you almost wish you were bullied because then you'd be like,
at least let me get,
hey, I'll see you tomorrow. A little more bullying. Yeah. I'm going to wear double underwear just because you rip my underwear all the time. Yeah.
I talk about on stage how I realized recently, like, I didn't have any friends. I didn't grow up thinking that.
Yeah.
So I'm not insecure about it.
Right.
But I wasn't included. I always knew that.
Yeah.
Comedy, I felt included.
Like included in like what? Like picked last in kickball?
I wasn't invited
or
places.
Like,
if I invited people over, they were busy. I believed them, but they were busy.
Yeah.
People didn't.
Adam.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. But I don't really internalize that rejection that way in a way that I got really lucky, I think, because I never recognized it. Mm-hmm. So then when I got older and it happens, it still is like, oh, shit.
Right.
But it doesn't affect me.
And it probably helps for stand-up because you were on your own. And then for stand-up, you're on your own. And you're like, yeah, this is not a big deal.
Yeah, but I don't feel like I'm on my own. There's comics in the back and we're going to get dinner after. Go to a diner.
Now, but you're on your own when you start, right?
Oh, I was way more. I think if you ask any stand-up comic, 100% of them, or a little less than that, would agree that when they're first starting out, it's way more community-based because we're waiting. Because
everybody's shitting their pants and being like, oh man, what are we doing? How do we do this?
How do we do this?
Yeah.
There's also, you go places trying to get up and you have to wait a long time or there's only so many places that you could get up.
Right.
So like I have a show over here, I'll meet you over there. Oh, can I get up? I don't know. Let me introduce you to the blah, blah, blah.
Right.
You do the open mics, you sign up, you wait for hours. And then afterwards, you're like 28. And I was thinking of you at Workaholics, and you're just like, let's go to a diner. And then you go to diners and you're just making each other laugh. And it's just like, I have never experienced that before.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that and maybe
Here we
George
go.
Carlin.
Yeah, that's safe. That's a good one.
Yeah.
But what about George Carlin? Is there anything about George Carlin that you like crib from that you're like, I respect this. I'm going to make sure like, that's something that's at the core of what I do, or like, no, you just were like, he's good.
He's great.
Yeah.
But no, when I see people doing something that I even think is similar, it turns me off so much and I'm scared. That actually was a problem for a while and I'm trying to not, because there's only 8 things anyway.
Right.
But like, no, if I saw somebody doing something like, I can't do that. I actually had a realization about myself years ago, which was the type of comedy that I love what I'm doing now. But when I was still figuring it out, which took me so much longer than every one of our friends, what I realized is I was trying to figure out how to be unique instead of the thing I do is unique. Like there's a reason nobody else does these things. Like I'm going to be the best at doing this thing that isn't that great. And I learned so much from like that. Just like how to play with energies and expectations, but it was not the most efficient.
Like crowd energies or your energies?
Both, recognizing what their energy is and allowing myself to live in it without being influenced by it. Like I developed this skill set to make people believe me and commit to something. The things I was committing to at the time, I don't think were very funny, but it worked that muscle of like, I know how to make you think something to allow me to then change it, you know?
Are you a good salesperson?
Oh yeah. You want me to sell you a pen?
You are, right?
Let me see you. Sell me this. That's what she said.
You want me to sell
Yeah,
you
let's
this?
see.
I'm actually a bad salesman.
Well, that's, you know what? The first rule of sales you just did. Under promise, over deliver.
The first real rule of sales.
Because what do you think your job is when you're selling me that, by the way? You work for a company that sells these things. How would you describe to somebody who doesn't know what you do?
My job is to convince someone to buy this
Why?
so that I don't get fired
Why?
because the company needs to make money.
So you don't want to be fired so the company makes money, or you don't want to be fired so you have a livelihood?
I need to sell this to keep my job,
Right.
to maintain my livelihood. If I don't
Right.
sell this, the company fires me because they're not making the money.
Now, let me see that. And ask me that question. And then we'll have you sell. Because, you know what? Do it first, and then I'm going to give you a note.
You got one of these?
What is that?
This is a button that when you push, it says,
That's what she said.
you gotta.
Oh, no,
and
I
it's-
don't. Thank you anyway.
No, trust me.
Oh, my wife's. Thank you.
Trust me. If you
I
don't
have a good
if
day.
you don't buy this, I'm gonna lose my job.
I'm sorry. I just have to go.
No, because look,
Yeah,
the company tries.
honey,
They need to make money. I'm
honey.
not going to be able to feed my family. It's not even that much. It's like it's.
I only have.
I'll give you. I'll give you two for 10. I'm not supposed to do that.
How much are they a piece?
They're 30.
Now you're selling.
No, I'm not
Now you're
selling.
selling.
What I'm trying to
Now
do
you're
is I'm
selling.
just.
Okay, wait a minute. So the 30 a piece?
They're 30 piece. I'll give you 2 for 10.
So I'm saving $50.
They're watching me. I just got this job.
I don't need it. Have a good day.
I'm training.
Now I'm gone. Let me see that. Ask me what my job is as a salesman to sell you this.
What's your job as a salesman to sell me that?
Well, I want to discover your wants. I want to discover your needs. I want to make your day better. No, I'm not selling you now. I'm not selling you now. Anders, I'm talking to you, the salesman. Okay. Is that a stick? So loud.
But he had a stop sign.
I heard it.
And then he kept going because he was like, this is too much.
So I'm not talking to a customer. I'm giving advice to you. I was a business major. I took the sales classes, and
Yeah.
I also lived this life.
Did you go to B school?
Yeah.
Fuck. Unreal.
Your job isn't to sell somebody a product. Your job is to fulfill a need for somebody. If this wouldn't make you laugh or somebody in your family laugh or wouldn't kill the time, I don't want you to buy it.
Right.
Because my job isn't to make money. My job is to offer a service. And if I do that well,
Right.
I will then be trusted and get and like what I do. And also, you might then realize, oh, this thing could make me happy. You come back. My job isn't to sell you this. My job is to make a product and distribute a product that benefits you.
Like a solution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a reason that good products work.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Hey,
Hi.
so these are your socks.
Are you saying that because you're feeling like you're insecure that people are going to judge you for your darn tough socks?
No, but darn tough. Have you worn these before?
Yeah.
Do your feet sweat like crazy
So
in them?
I bought them because they were.
My feet are wet.
Can I get you different socks?
No. But I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, but your socks aren't wet.
Not yet.
No, they keep.
They lock in the moisture.
So
Not good.
Yeah, I agree. Those are my socks that I don't use anymore, and that's why I have them by the
knew
door
it.
for, pardon my French, idiots that come over barefoot.
Yeah, I just came. Oh wow, and they're really worn on the bottom.
Casual orgasm.
Yeah. I came over in flip flops from the pool, and I figured that'd be fine. I guess not.
Yeah.
You don't like bare feet? What's up with that?
I don't want the bare feet on my floor.
How come?
A similar reason to not wanting the bottom of a shoe. Not as bad, obviously,
Right.
on my floor.
Yeah.
It's just like it's a little dirty.
Is it?
Yeah, you were just in a pool. You're walking around. You get people also. A lot of not putting this on you. A lot of people. A common place to get fungus and bacteria is on the foot. Mm-hmm. You know.
Yeah.
It's why I put blankets down on the couch for your outdoor clothes. Because I don't want the outside inside.
You know it's in here though, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not that logical.
yeah.
Some of it is. I think the shoe one is logical.
Yeah. I'm not a big shoe in the house guy either, but bare feet,
What animals or creatures, if you want them to leave you alone, would you say shoo to?
Coyote.
Let me hear. Shoo!
Right.
Right.
Little bass in it.
Sounds like a half sneeze.
Yeah.
Now, what about if it was a gnat or a bunch of little fruit flies?
No, I just clap those fuckers.
Really?
Yeah, actually, and I haven't told this story yet. You're getting an exclusive. I keep forgetting, but then somebody reminded me. On the set of About My Father, I was known as
May 26th.
the
Check it
guy
out.
who kept killing all the flies.
Huh.
Yeah, because we had like a dinner and there's like food that sits there for hours and the flies made their way in. And then so like between takes, I would just be fucking like, and then I'd have to get like
Right.
fucking some PA with like a wet nap to come over. But it was,
many
I
flies
thought it
did
was
you get?
impressive. Like a dozen.
Huh.
And everyone else thought it was kind of gross, but I was like, but now they're not. Oh, here comes another one.
Right.
You know, we're just killing time in Mobile.
That sounded like an impression of DJ Cal.
And another one. Cal.
The way you did Matthew McConaughey,
Yeah. Yeah.
because you're not saying exactly the same.
Yeah. But
You're-
didn't I?
No.
I just said another one.
I don't remember what you said, but swipe back to it. Are you able to catch flies easily?
I can clap a fly, but I can't catch
Because
one.
then you're guiding it into you. It's a little bit quicker. It's like catching an alley-oop instead of dunking.
Get me the ball, dunked it. Get me the ball, dunked it. Pass me the rock, dunked it. Pass me the cock, dunked it.
You're closing in on it. It can't. It can only go. There's a few ways it can't go.
But isn't an alley-oop harder than dunking or no?
Alley-oop. I was able to catch an alley-oop before I could dunk.
Really?
Yeah. A lot of people I think can, because if you could get high enough, you get high enough, but
You're
palming
just
the ball, you don't have
tipping
to
it
palm.
in?
Yeah, you just have to.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Then I guess it's like that. But there's also the move where like if a fly is right here and you clap above it.
You do that,
Yeah.
and it runs into it.
Yeah.
Dark.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever done that.
I go, hey, motherfucker.
And it knows to go up.
It has to go up.
That's working smarter, not harder.
Exactly. But sometimes when it fucking zooms by and you just hit it with fucking like,
Yeah. I'm able to grab them.
you can grab
I
them?
can grab them.
Jesus, dude.
You know,
What are you doing here? You know what I mean?
you know, I did this on the Sal episode that came out a couple weeks ago.
All right, so I'm just gonna grab it. Is this far enough away?
Holy shit! All right, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty
now with
good.
a quarter, it's even more impressive because you got to go under. I couldn't find a quarter.
Whoa. All right, so you were right here. Oh, I had it and didn't grip it.
Yeah.
And you could, I think we did it with chocolate. Mm-hmm. I could do it with a quarter, a fly. You try grabbing it on my hand, you won't be able to. But I bet you $100,000 I could grab it out of yours. Bitch. Me on a first date.
Yeah.
A friend of mine came over. I was able to grab a chocolate out of his hand.
Yeah.
Bitch, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. I'm going to go take a shit.
Do you have to shit?
No, I'm being her.
I know.
That was just another, like more character work.
Can we talk about what just happened?
Yeah.
Sorry, shoo. So I was doing a thing and then you did the thing back and I knew we were in it. I also knew there's a world of maybe not, but I'm assuming and that's where we're leading. And then I went back and then you go, oh no, I was just joking. And there's a part of me that feels very much like a little kid and somebody doesn't want to play with me. Nah, it's not that dark. Like the game's over. Like, oh, why can't we live in that?
Right.
Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you ever experience that in real life? You're playing with someone, they go, I'm just kidding. And you go, no, I know.
Yeah.
How do you feel? when somebody tells you they're kidding when you know and you were playing?
It's fine.
You don't feel like, oh, we could have kept going?
No.
Yeah, you and I are very different with that.
Yeah, I know when to stop.
I could stop if
No. Nope. Totally disappointed. Totally let down.
What is that?
It's a wall.
No, do you see the Tom and Jerry picture? What is that over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
What the fuck? Yeah, I got it.
Are you guys going to keep doing the Workaholics pod?
This is important.
Dude, I was supposed to next month I was supposed to do all this press for The Outlaws coming out July 7th on Netflix.
Yeah.
And now it's all canceled because of this writer's strike. I was going to do the Tonight Show and we're not going to do any of it now.
Right, because
That
they're all
really
on strike. Those are the
fucking
ones that really
Yeah, but I guess we're doing
So you've got time to do Rick Glassman's podcast.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I'll do Ricky Glassman's
Perfect.
pod.
Okay, there we go.
Dude, I love being on that pod.
Me too.
See you there.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, let's do it.
I don't know if we can technically say
I guess we don't
the
have to take it out.
Workaholics pod. I don't know if we can say that.
Oh, because it's owned by Viacom?
Isn't it? Yeah. You know.
I thought they only get it for 2 years.
No. Infinity. That's why we're striking, dude. We got that shit for Infinity.
Dude, all these studios
Oh,
are
will you
just...
strike with me and we'll take a picture together out there?
I would do it if we could go dressed up in costumes.
Yeah. Then I guess that ain't happening. Huh?
Okay.
That is a cool way to be like, yeah, like if you don't want to meet somebody who's like overzealous about striking, yeah, dude, and let's wear like lederhosen and like do like Hitler shit because like that's what they're fucking doing. And then they're like,
Right.
yeah, oh fuck, I don't actually know if I can go anymore. And then you're like, good.
There's actually a 98 Degree song, a love song about this, where Nick Lachey sings about, it's the hardest thing I ever had to do. And pretend that I don't love you. So like he loves her, but like he has to act like he doesn't. So she's like, she leaves. So that's like making somebody not want you because you're not able to set your own boundary.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's healthy.
Is that the hook? What's the hook? What's the hook?
I don't know. You want me to pull it up?
I think you should, because I don't know what song that is, but they had a couple hits.
Don't know that song?
No.
Oh gosh, all the chicks at home watching this right now are probably, drenched down low because they love that song so much.
Woo!
What do I look up? 98 Degrees
I don't
song,
know.
hardest thing I ever had to do.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes if I want the degree symbol, I say it because I don't know how to get it. Here we go.
Yeah.
The hardest thing.
That one's kind of funny, actually. He's like, that's what she said.
Yeah.
I like that one.
It also works when you say the hardest thing and you say, boy, my arm's tired.
Right.
It works.
Mm-hmm. And do you know this song because these are Ohio guys?
98 Degrees?
Oh, yeah. Isn't he from like Columbus? Isn't it an Ohio group?
I mean, that's interesting. That's interesting if it is.
Because I've never heard what that song is.
It was like Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, 98 Degrees.
I know that, but like it was also the one song everyone knows from 98 Degrees, and then This Is Not That.
Here, listen to the chorus. You don't recognize that at all, huh?
No, I'm sorry.
We'll have to, cut some of that out.
Regional.
For YouTube.
But man, those guys killed it, huh?
Yeah.
Would you have ever wanted to be in a boy band? Because look, you're doing it for 5-6 years tops. Then you can do anything after. Lance Bass is like going to the fucking moon.
Yeah. Britney Spears is on it.
Oh boy.
Saw a post that she had that said,
Dude, what'd it say?
She was crying on it while dancing.
So video?
Video.
Yeah.
Crying and dancing.
Yeah.
And the post was, I haven't cried on camera in a while, so I wanted to share this. Or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, what an interesting thing to feel the need. I mean, it's okay to if you want to do that, but why want to do that as if that's something that's been missing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know.
Man, I had the biggest crush on her.
Did you? I never thought she was attractive.
Oh yeah.
Like what era?
Well, it
'Cause
was
are you
around
guys-
when I first started masturbating.
Because she's 22 also. You guys are the exact same age?
I was masturbating when I was born.
Dude.
Brittany's older than me.
Okay.
The Office also happened to make It's Brittany Bitch popular.
Did they? He did? What's his name?
It's Brittany, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I recorded the Hit Me Baby One More Time music video, and I used to watch it in private.
Yeah, I guess that's when she kind of peaked, right?
That was when she first started. I mean, it was a
Yeah.
big bang, but she kept going. I mean, Oops, I Did It Again, Lucky. He's so lucky. You know that song, right? He's a star. But
Yeah. I know that. That's a good one.
There was an album, the Amazon I had just discovered at the time, I think. And you could buy stuff that like, where is this from? And it was from Japan. And it had all these bonus tracks.
Like an import.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the reason I wanted it is because it came with a booklet that had a whole bunch of pictures of her.
Right.
But I also listened to the CD. I loved it.
Did you go to college?
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Business.
School, right?
Kent State.
In Ohio. Is that in Ohio?
Oh, yeah.
Pennsylvania. Ohio,
Ohio.
right? Yeah. Did you guys have like a cool music store that had like sick imports?
Maybe I was not in that world. I'm not very educated with that stuff.
All business.
Are you? It wasn't my business.
Yeah.
So it wasn't business.
Yeah.
Are you a music buff? Do you know a lot about like the drummer of the blah blah blah?
No, you know, I like music, but I never got into like the liner notes and all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you have a nerd obsession?
No, I think I know like a little bit about it stuff. Like I don't go too deep. I don't deep dive.
You know a little bit about a lot, or you know a little bit about the things you know about?
I think that. Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have like I'm visual, right? So like I know what actor was in that other movie for like 10 seconds 20 years ago or whatever, but I don't know their names. Like I can't remember the names. That's how my brain works.
Do you find yourself at, not specifically that, but with the way your brain works and you being 42 now and getting to know yourself, do you ever find situations that you're in where you realize, based on the way I think or my inability to, I am now living this moment in a way that's inefficient?
No.
Do you understand what I'm asking?
No.
Okay.
This has to air. This podcast has to air.
What's wrong with the pod? I am anxious before bed. And I'm like, this is what it is. This is the way my mind works. This is my thing.
That's nice, dude. That's very like self-aware.
It helps a little. I'm still anxious. So I'm saying, do you ever
but
find
you're self-aware?
Yes. Do you find yourself in situations ever where there's something that I guess we could call, it's not maybe not politically correct, but at a disadvantage for yourself, a feeling you don't like, and you're just like, I don't have the tools to not do this thing.
I don't have the tools to not do this thing.
Are you sailing through life and just like, hey man, whatever's in the pool, I'll swim in it?
Yeah.
That's what you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you feel your This Is Important guys are that way?
I think for the most part, Adam is for sure. Just kind of like,
he seems pretty mellow.
Yeah. Blake, I think, has like sneaky anxiety. He just revealed the other day, but still, I think it's pretty like minor. And then Kyle has
a pretty minor.
Yeah, beautiful coal dust covered minor.
What's his name again? Zoolander.
Yeah.
And then Kyle.
Great movie. Kyle.
Yeah, he talked about it.
Has cool, fun demons. But I still think that, like, for the most part, he's pretty chill. I think Kyle's, he can, like, just start doing stuff constantly, projects, new things.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how he stays busy. And, like, I think that's how he keeps the demons at bay. I admire that. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, you're always this. I didn't know that until just now.
What?
You're always just baseline. since when I see you. When I saw you at the party the other day. How you doing? You know, there were some bits.
That was me.
Yeah, you're like, what up?
Hey, how you doing?
And then we were doing some bits, and then you were playing the bit that you didn't want to do the bit, but I knew what you were doing. You wanted it. And you were like, all right, man, we're going to get out of here.
Remember, doesn't know when to stop doing the bit?
Who? When he snaps, cut to this. I know when to
No, don't listen to him. It's my podcast now. I'm taking over.
All right. It's yours. Take over.
Yeah, I do keep it pretty even keel, but I like to get out there and have a good time.
What's the fattest girl you ever slept with?
Oh man,
how much did he or she weigh?
Oof, am I right?
You know, in Home Alone, when we see Buzz's girlfriend, and goes, "Buzz's girlfriend, woof!"
Yeah,
that was a boy that they dressed up as a girl because somebody decided that it would be too mean to do that to a girl, but it's okay to do it to a boy.
Right. Even more offensive now. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe if we just dress a boy up as a girl so we don't hurt the delicate girl's feelings when we call her fat.
Have you ever dressed as a woman or a girl?
I don't remember, but I probably have. But like if I did, it would be for like, if like, was I in a play or something that I don't remember that I was as a woman.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Yeah, I did it for a pilot that Kyle directed.
Were you going to get free trips?
Nice. Did it for a pilot that
You're on
Kyle
fire.
directed. And do you know Thomas Kellogg?
I love TJ.
TK.
No, I don't know Thomas, but I love TJ. Pardon me, TK. Love TK.
Yeah,
Love
yeah.
Thomas. Great singer, by the way. Did
Amazing.
you know that?
Yeah. Amazing. And
he helped me with my I Am Phenomenal basketball video.
Oh.
Which, for those of you that have seen.
So he had a pilot that he made called Raging.
I saw in
Glory?
Kyle's office a poster of it.
Yeah.
I want to watch it.
Yeah. So I can't remember if I just played I think I just played a woman. And I just dressed up like a woman. And
Not a cross-dresser.
No, I think I just talked like this.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry. It's just Joanne bought us tickets to Usher.
What can I say? Wanted my girl to get wet one last time before she gets hitched.
That's disgusting, ladies.
But I played a woman.
That's what I'm saying.
I
You
didn't
always
do
just do
anything.
this.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to do like a voice. I thought that would be like funny.
What voice would you do if you did? Would you tell me what voice if they said, will you please do a voice? Which one would you want to use? And then which one do you think is the cliche one?
I wouldn't do it. And so I didn't. And I think they wanted me to. And I was like, nah, it's going to be better this way.
But I'm just saying, like, as a little like exercise.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to be a woman.
I wouldn't do it. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. I think a lot of times people do stuff that's too much. Oh, hi, boys.
Right. Yeah.
But like Robin Williams did a good job. As
Yeah.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah. But when you watch it now,
I watched it recently.
It's so cringe.
Which are you serious?
Yeah. No.
Are you making fun of the word cringe, or do you really think that movie's cringe?
No, I was making fun of the word cringe.
Oh, funny.
Yeah.
Good set.
Pretty
but
funny,
man,
right?
I watched it not too
It was
long
more
ago.
of a character, but go ahead.
Yeah, it was awesome. What a sad, beautiful movie it is, though. I don't know if I appreciated it as a kid as much as I did as an adult.
I never saw it until like a year ago.
It was whatever to you.
It was whatever to me.
Huh.
I know it's a touchstone for the dudes. They like love it. That was like their movie. I also just don't like Robin Williams that much.
What about in Good Will Hunting?
It kind of threw me off. I'm like, why is Robin Williams in here?
Really?
Yeah.
Is it because he doesn't know when the bit's over and you're really averse to that?
No, that would be up to the editor.
Well, no, but his live performances.
I don't know if I ever
nonstop.
saw that. I don't know if I ever saw him live. I'm not saying he's not talented, like obviously, but I just not my like. He was never my thing. So yeah, I don't know.
Who were your things?
Harold Ramis.
Dope a pick. Really, who were your things?
Harold Ramis.
Why Harold Ramis?
Super funny.
As an actor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super funny actor. Great director, great writer.
Yeah. But did you know that growing up? Did you know how to appreciate writers and directors as a kid?
Yeah. I mean, not like super duper young, but yeah. I was like, oh, he makes all these movies. He wrote
How
all
old were
these
you when
movies.
Caddyshack came out?
God, I was like 4.
Right.
Yeah, but I remember seeing the names and being like, "Oh, these are all the same guys." Yeah, Harold Ramis, dude. Rick Moranis.
I just saw on TikTok a couple days ago. Maybe I could find it and put it up. Rick Moranis, I think it was in 1989 for his monologue for SNL. And
what is that? Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. What is that?
It's got to be before that. I don't know.
Should we guess? Who's gonna get this?
I mean,
Little Shop of Horrors.
Maybe. I mean, Ghostbusters is probably then.
Ghostbusters 2, maybe.
Yeah, that
Ghostbusters like 84, right?
But the franchise, like he was part of that. Maybe is why.
Right, but if you're on SNL, you're like promoting something. Usually,
Yeah. So
right?
so yeah, maybe one of the Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
What do we look? Rick Moranis, 1989.
Yeah.
Rick Moore. People call me Rick Moranis all the time, and I don't think I look like him. My name is Rick, and I'm wearing glasses.
Yeah.
But
that's it. What
You,
was
Me,
he
the Music,
promoting?
and Me. He had a comedy album. I can't imagine that was it.
Eating a Strange Brew. No, that's earlier, isn't it?
But he went Parenthood.
Yeah.
Parenthood. The Rocket Boy. I don't know what that is. Do you know what the Rocket Boy is?
No, man.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids was 1989. Whoa.
All right.
I would have guessed 91.
Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. That's 91.
Go. Wait a minute. 1989. You ready for this?
He had a year. Tell me.
For first of all, 87 Spaceballs. Now he's riding high.
Yeah.
89 Ghostbusters 2. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Bobby Brown on Our Own. Parenthood. The Rocket Boy.
That's a fucking awesome year. And by the way, how good is he in all those movies? And super different in all those movies.
Really, My Blue Heaven was the next year.
Do you like that movie?
I
love that
I don't
movie.
remember anything about it other than I remember I really liked that movie.
Arugula. It's a vegetable. And
that sounds kind of familiar.
And I didn't know what arugula was when I was a kid. And now arugula is like the hottest thing, dude.
Yeah, it's called Rocket in England. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. So he goes out on stage and he's doing like whatever, dancing for a second. Then he decides to like play on the keys. He's playing the keys and then might as well for the sax. And the guy puts the sax in his mouth and he's playing. And then he goes, yeah.
I think I've seen this.
And then he gets off and he goes and he does the camera guy's thing and he gets in the chair and you see the cameras at a bad angle.
Right.
And it's just like, I don't really remember Rick Moranis. Like, that's so silly and funny.
Yeah.
I remember Ghostbusters, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and I don't really remember anything else from him. It's like, dude, that dude was funny.
I mean, SCTV, if you...
Yeah, I've seen some clips for like research, but I never grew up watching it.
Next level. I didn't either, but like to go back and dig in those crates. But I mean, like...
but he was really somebody when you were a kid? You said...
Yeah.
But then how did you were digging in the crates as a kid?
No. As a kid, I liked him in Ghostbusters. He's pretty off the wall in Ghostbusters. I mean, yeah, he's pretty straight-laced in My Blue Heaven, Parenthood, but like Rocky Horror Picture Show, Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah,
That's
I don't remember it. I think I've seen parts of it.
It's cool.
So you were inspired by Rick Moranis?
Strange Brew, he's fucking weird in.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not from Canada, are you?
Nah, outside Chicago.
Harold Ramis and Rick Moranis.
Yeah, those and John Candy. Those are my guys.
That's my buddy John DeWalt. His favorite Uncle Buck is his favorite movie ever.
Yeah, that's my favorite John Hughes movie.
Yeah, John Hughes is his favorite.
Yeah. It is. I think the best one. It's just so fucking good. It's so good. Every moment.
It's really, really
perfect casting. Everybody rocks.
What do you think the percentage of people that watch my podcast that like, because most of them like comedy, how many of you guys have seen Uncle Buck?
Half.
You think half?
Yeah. Well, what's your demo? How old are these kids?
It's 18 to 25-year-old hot guys and girls.
Yeah, clubbers.
And then after that, I think the range is like, it's between, I think the biggest range is the 25 to 35, and then the 18 to 25. So that's covering 70% of my audience.
Yeah, I think half of them have seen it.
All right. Comment. Just so it's easy to follow, don't do any spoofs here, okay? Because I'm going to search the thing. Write Uncle Buck, seen it, or haven't seen it. Doesn't have to be that order. Just I'm going to Control F Uncle Buck. And then once I find that, go to seen it. Say saw it, didn't see it, whatever.
What is that on YouTube? They do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would argue that less than 20% have seen it.
Less than 20%.
I know a lot of people that haven't seen Uncle Buck.
Yeah, that's interesting. How do you feel? Do you feel like they should see it, or that's just, hey, man, you seen it, you haven't? Who cares? I think it's good.
You know, I had a conversation on, do you know the podcast Trash Tuesday? Do you know Esther Pavitsky?
Oh, yeah, Lil Esther.
So she's on that.
Has she dropped the Lil? She was on Workaholics, and Dave wrote on Workaholics, too.
Right. I don't know if she dropped the Little. I feel like she doesn't introduce herself as Little, but it, like, you know, if you call him Lil Bow Wow, he's not going to be, it's Bow Wow, you know?
I think he does go by Bow Wow now.
I'm saying, but if you call him Lil Bow Wow, he'll probably get it. It's like, it's
he
what
might,
it is now.
I think he does say, actually, it's Bow Wow.
Oh, well then, I don't think Esther does that.
Yeah. She says it's Lil, she says it's Bow Wow now.
Yeah. It's Lil Bow Wow.
So that's her podcast.
Yeah, so I was on their podcast.
Oh, then I've seen like the clips and stuff.
Maybe
they
you've seen some
post.
clips.
Yeah. It's like 3 women, right?
Yes, which I think is awesome. I do.
Yeah.
I think is actually the best. I think that the more the better.
Mm-hmm.
But we were talking about comedy and beauty of the subjectivity and the objectivity, and how I feel like things aren't as subjective. There are people that are like, this person's good looking, this thing is funny.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, no, nothing. And I go, Dumb and Dumber is funny. And she goes, no, it's. She goes, I haven't seen it, so I don't really remember. But from we'll cut to a clip.
I haven't seen it, so I don't remember.
Do you guys think Dumb and Dumber is a funny movie?
I don't remember.
Yeah, of course.
What do you mean, of course?
Well, there's nostalgia tied to it for me because my dad and I watched it, and the movie theater in the Philippines was so packed that people were like sitting on the aisles, like not
Wow.
even on actual
Even in the
seats.
Philippines, Dumb and Dumber was funny.
Hilarious, yes.
Would you say you understand that some people might not think it's funny, but objectively, like, that's a funny movie?
Wait. Are you trying to argue that Dumb and Dumber is objectively funny?
What I'm saying is in the same way
That's
that
the movie you chose?
yeah, it's not the funniest movie in the world, but it's a very funny, big, broad movie.
Okay.
And it's just like,
You don't think there's a ton of smart people right now that will look at that? And I don't remember anything about the movie, but my top of my intelligence guess is that everyone, even in this room right now, would look at that movie today and be like, this is stupid and not funny, and it won't make me laugh out loud.
okay, then you're pretty. You're a beautiful girl.
Thank you.
That's most things.
But she goes, most smart people, I bet you would tell you it's not funny. And it's like, of course that's not true.
Right, of course not. Because smart people like silly, and so do dumb people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the point of this?
I don't know.
Is it something about something? Oh, Uncle Buck.
Brought to you by Kiev.
So if somebody says Kiva.
Kiva.
If somebody
I was doing the Makana.
Yes. If somebody says, don't worry, we'll be done soon, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like,
This isn't
you know what?
gonna air.
I know you're a writer, but act like you want to be here a little bit more.
This isn't gonna.
This is good. Oh, fuck. I'm forgetting. What was it? Oh,
Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck. It's like, if you like, I haven't seen it, I would be like, fine.
Mm-hmm.
But if somebody says Uncle Buck's not a funny movie, I would be like, oh, that's a strong choice.
Yeah.
There's some things that just are.
No, that's not true.
Who did you say that you don't like? Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Right. You don't. He's not your cup of tea. But you can acknowledge he's good at what he does. You can acknowledge it's good.
I can acknowledge he's talented because people like him.
Right. So he's good.
But it's in an arbitrary field.
I don't believe that comedy is as arbitrary as people think.
Oh, okay. It is. Based on the fact that we are disagreeing right now about whether it is or isn't, automatically makes it.
Do you feel that
arbitrary.
beauty is arbitrary?
Yeah.
Right. So why get into politics at this point?
Thank you. No, but it's not like
most people would agree that Angelina Jolie is beautiful.
I don't know.
I bet you at least 3 times more people think Angelina Jolie is beautiful than have seen Uncle Buck. Let me know what you think.
Can I tell you something?
Don't be mean. Don't say you don't care.
Angelina Jolie was never like, I never was like, yeah, what a babe.
Okay.
I know that she's beautiful because
That's what I'm saying.
Looks like what people like, but I was never
That's
like.
all I'm saying.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is that she has the traits of the things that some people find attractive.
Many find attractive.
But like,
and the symmetry.
But it's not. I don't think.
Great. So if Esther said, I understand why Dumb and Dumber is a funny movie, it just doesn't work for me, I couldn't argue that.
Right, but that's the point, is that it is arbitrary.
How you
it doesn't work for me means that it's not funny to everybody, therefore it's not
100%.
Right.
But
but that's what you just said. There's some things that are 100%.
If I don't remember saying that, if I did, then I misspoke.
Sorry, you didn't say 100%, but you're like, there are
not
some
everything
things
is
that are
as it's not as subjective as what people think.
Mm.
So when people are like, oh, fucking country music sucks, it's like, no, country music isn't your thing. Obviously, these people are good at what they're doing. This is obviously good, just not to you. So
Right.
when people define things as being bad versus not for them, to me, that is a huge difference.
I know, but if you hold your hand over a flame,
it will hurt.
Everyone will go, that does not feel good. Everyone, unless they have some sort of nerve damage, but everyone will go, that does not feel good.
Right. That's binary, you're saying.
That's different than country music.
Okay, is $1 million a lot of money?
Arbitrary.
Right. See, that's the point I'm making. I could understand the arbitrary point. $1 million also is a lot of money.
Yep.
Is it a lot of money for this person to get paid for this thing for 8 years? Whatever. But $1 million is a lot of money. So people that say $1 million isn't a lot of money, you could be like, to me.
But those same people who say $1 million is a ton of money, if you gave them $1 billion tomorrow and then you said, but you got to give back $1 million, they'd go, fine, great. Because $1 million is arbitrarily nothing now, right?
Now,
yeah.
Right.
So like, it's arbitrary.
Okay. But as a collective, people think $1 million is a lot of money, but it's also arbitrary.
Yep.
That's how I feel about beauty and comedy.
This is never going to air.
It's Aaron.
It's never going to air.
I might have to not cut to as many reaction shots of you.
If you cut this down to 7 minutes, it'll be fuck, dude. It'll be fire.
All right, we could call it. But I had a good time.
Yeah, it was good to catch up.
You do know that's what the mama tomato said to the baby tomato who was lagging behind, right?
Yeah, I've seen Pulp Fiction.
Is that in Pulp Fiction?
Yeah, that's the whole like, want to hear a joke? Mom catch up. This says dad to catch up. Uma Thurman.
I'd never even thought about this because I've seen parts. I've never really seen Pulp Fiction.
Arbitrarily, pretty good movie. You should definitely watch it. It's awesome.
Is it?
Yeah.
I believe it is.
To me, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, it probably is.
And it did things at the time with like the narrative structure that hadn't really been done. So that was kind of shocking and like, whoa, what the fuck? But now it's, I wonder if you watch it, you'll enjoy it.
I bet you I will. I remember watching some as a kid, but my parents didn't want me to watch it. But I saw a part where they had $5 milkshakes. And whenever I get a milkshake, it's never less than $5. And that always pops in my head. Like, remember that was a talking point, how expensive that is?
Have you gotten a milkshake at Salt and Straw?
I get ice cream. I've gotten ice cream there many times, never a milkshake.
They just started doing milkshakes. I think they're like $14 or something.
Really?
I think it's like $12 or $14. And every time I pay that, I think of the $5 milkshake.
Yeah?
And I'm like, how far we've come.
I wonder how much.
But arbitrarily, a $5 milkshake's not that much now.
Yeah. When you're taking so much time and space and adding context. But just not like everything is relative. I mean, just ask my buddy Einstein. Everything is relative.
Yeah.
But
pain is not relative, is it?
Well, sure it is.
Yeah.
I just saw a clip of Eric Andre on Howard Stern.
Saw that.
Yeah, talking about let's cut
Johnny
to it so people can see
Knoxville
it.
can take anything.
Yeah, we'll cut to it.
And while Knox was not looking, I take this stun gun out and I hit him right in the heart with it, like in the center of his chest.
Oh my God.
And he just starts looking at me while he's being electrocuted. And then he grabs it out of my hand and then he just starts attacking me with it. He takes out another one and he has mine. He gets me on the floor. He's just lighting me up with 2 stun guns.
But it's like, that's not that painful to him.
Would you ever do Jackass if those guys were like, yo, man, We love you on Undateable.
Are you being serious?
Am I still them? Yeah, we do.
Oh, you're joking.
You got to be on Jackass with us.
Well, the way you just... No, thank you, though.
All right. Well, it's good to meet you.
Yeah.
Okay, back into us.
Yep. Sounds like a name of a movie that would win a lot of awards. Back into us.
What you wouldn't do Jackass? I wouldn't either. Nah.
I think some of those guys are really funny, and I've seen some really funny stuff. But for me, I don't get off on that. Like even like in America's Funniest Videos, which are some of America's most funniest videos, when it's people getting like hurt or pranked where it's like a silly thing versus like throwing stuff at people. It's not
right.
I would hate that.
Physical like comedy, like people being in pain you don't like that. That's not funny to you.
No, but I've seen some stuff that they've done where I still was like, oh my God, like
right.
it's funny.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I don't,
yeah.
It's hard to watch. I think it's the whole point. It's probably one of the more polarizing comedy people of all time.
Jackass.
Yeah.
They made their movies. I mean, I've never laughed harder in a movie than the Jackass movies.
I haven't seen any of them.
Oh my God.
I just watched the show some and I was like,
I think the second one.
Really?
I was just losing my mind.
Really?
Losing my mind, yeah.
I would watch it.
Because you can't imagine how stupid the things they're doing
The stupid stuff.
are.
Yeah, but what about when it's really like scary? Like,
yeah, so I literally was talking about this on a podcast yesterday, so I'll try not to like just be super repeaty. But like,
do you think people heard that one?
I don't know. Did you guys watch Yes Have Some, which is a Ghostbusters fan podcast?
Really?
Yeah. I talked about Rick Moranis. But so they were talking about comedy and like, what's up with comedy? And I go, all right, my theory as somebody who sits down like write and construct things that are supposed to be funny, I know, is that comedy comes from, and maybe this isn't the right word, but like power dynamics. And when you laugh at something when you feel kind of like above it right now, but that's weird right now because nobody wants to feel like above anybody or like, so it's fun to watch somebody be self-deprecating because you're like, oh my God, thank God I'm not that guy. I'd be so embarrassed. But like people can be okay with self-deprecating because somebody's doing it to themselves. Silly. Oh my God, this guy's so silly. He's doing something I would never do. It'd be too embarrassing. Yeah. He's embarrassing himself. So you feel kind of like above somebody. And then when you see somebody get like made fun of, you can laugh because you're like, oh my God, that guy's getting made fun of. Glad it's not me. These are like knee-jerk kind of, you see somebody get kicked in the nuts. Oh my God, thank God that's not me. I have this kind of like, I'm not down there where he is right now. I'm up here, I'm comfortable. And we just laugh.
That's an interesting perspective that I don't share, but I understand.
I mean, I as I rack my brain to be like, what's funny? I'm like, why are we laughing at stuff? What do we laugh at and why? Why do we laugh when someone gets hurt?
I don't.
A lot of people do, right?
Yeah, but
and
is it because
this
they're
is why
above?
It's arbitrary.
No, because I understand. Like, listen,
it's like a thank goodness that's not me.
There's the arbitrary to me is about what the level of hurt is. For example, falling, I think pratfalls are really funny, but if you see the guy actually broke his arm and is like wincing in pain, then it's like, oh, there's too much empathy for that.
Exactly. But as a kid watching a cartoon, someone gets run over by a truck and flattened.
Yeah.
You haven't developed any empathy yet as a kid.
Because you also see him then blow his thumb to push out his face and he's okay again.
Sometimes. Or they just, like the Wile E. Coyote, it just cuts to, and it's a whole new thing. And he's like back walking, right? You don't see the recovery. But like, you just haven't developed empathy. So like, that's why kids are fucking mean. That's why, and they laugh and pick on people.
Yeah.
Because it just feels good to be better than and not then. And then as you get older, you live life, you have more empathy, you understand things more. You get on Twitter, you hear the voices of what were the voiceless before. And you go, oh yeah, we used to make fun of this kind of thing. And now like I realize there's a lot of people out there with like that problem or that thing. Maybe it's not as funny anymore, right? And Jackass just taps into the like, thank God that's not me. I can't believe these guys are doing that to themselves. I can't stop laughing for some reason.
Are you able to, when you watch real documentaries or like things where there's like surgeries and stuff, it's not makeup. When you're seeing that stuff, when you look at it, is it interesting to you? Is it gross to you? Is it unaffected?
I don't know if I've done that, but yeah, it's fine. What, as opposed to like hilarious? That dude's rib cage is fucking open.
No, I'm saying, does it affect you when you see stuff? Do you ever, even in movies, like if they're going close into somebody's eye or something, do you ever like go like this? Or you just stare at it?
No, I love that shit actually.
Do you squint?
I go, oh shit. This isn't kind of what you're talking about, but it's the last time I was like, holy fuck, was when in that movie where those kids broke into the house of the blind guy to like rob him.
I was just thinking of that movie.
And she took like the turkey baster full of his nut.
His cum.
And she went into his own mouth. I was like, oh shit. And I'm laughing because I'm like, glad I'm not that guy. I'm up here, he's down there.
Yeah, but weren't you glad you weren't them for most of the movie when it was scary and not funny?
Yes, but that moment made me laugh. Yeah. Even though I don't even think it was comedic.
But would you then, how arbitrary is a turkey baster filled with cum being shot into the own guy's mouth when he didn't mean for that? That's just comedy 101.
That's so funny. It's so funny. If that was in Jackass, I'd be like, yeah, that seems like it makes sense. But then they put it as like a defense mechanism in this scary movie. And I was like, I'm still laughing.
I was with, I saw it in Alaska. I was doing Anchorage University with Rory Scovel and Thomas Dale.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah, he's very, very funny.
Yeah.
And what's one of your favorite things that he does?
I just like his vibe. Like, I know you think comedy is arbitrary. He's funny every time.
I don't think comedy is as arbitrary as...
He's true. He is proof that like some things are just funny.
Can't argue there.
Yeah.
He's gay. And we saw the movie and he doesn't talk about being gay all the time.
Yeah.
You know, not like this gay one over here.
Right.
But watching the movie and it was scary, and then he says to himself when all the cum, he goes, "Oh, that's hot." Like I know he meant it.
Yeah.
And after I asked,
he meant it
because I asked after.
Yeah.
I said, "What was when you said that? What do you think?" He's like, "Yeah, there's just something about just cum is just fucking hot to me."
Yeah.
So I wonder if people who are super into cum saw that and was like,
right. Rewind.
Yeah,
he shouted rewind. Yeah, that was his Britney Spears moment. Yeah, I don't know. Again, arbitrary. Somebody out there didn't think it was funny. Somebody thought it was fucking hot.
The word arbitrary derives from arbitor, which means is to decide in something, in function, which is where you get to arbitrate. Buddy of mine had that on a shirt once.
Yeah, for what?
I don't know, it's none of your business.
I'm just asking. I'm curious.
He's trying out a lot of different merch.
I'm a curious person. He was what?
Trying out a lot of different kinds of merch.
Oh, for like what?
To make money.
Like, what does he do? He's a podcaster or stand up?
It's arbitrary, really. It's just a made up guy, you know?
Okay. Huh.
Last question. Made up guy. When you do appearances, do you hire grooming? Or if they offer it to you, do you accept it?
It depends. Today I said, I'm good.
You didn't need it today.
Yeah.
But if you go into a red carpet for a big premiere.
Yeah, I'll do, I'll have them put a little stuff in my hair because I don't do that ever. So like, I don't even know what to do. And then I'll have them like, fill in my eyebrows a little bit here.
Like what LeBron does?
Is that what he does?
To his hairline.
Yeah. I have him do that to my eyebrows because you just can't see them from far.
That's why, you know what? Maybe that's how your eyebrows in the TYSO card.
They're too crazy.
But like maybe he was inspired by seeing because I don't remember the eyebrow note.
Yeah. And then lip balm. I'll say, will you give me some lip balm?
Mm-hmm.
And then if I have a mustache, I'll ask them to like clip any wild dogs. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like, I don't know. Because I don't want to like look not so much like myself.
I feel the same.
You know what I mean? But like if with like flash photography, it like washes you out a little bit. So then my eyebrows just disappear.
There's I learned when I was doing press for As We See It, and I was doing a lot of different kinds of things, that if it's a still image, it doesn't matter. Like if they want to like if I have blemishes or something, then cover it up, sure. But anything that's video, you could just see it's made up.
Okay, like HD, you mean?
I mean, I guess what isn't HD now? But I don't even mean like something that's super great.
Yeah.
Just like this, like you're doing something, you're seeing somebody, it just looks like makeup. So I've decided that the only thing I want to have when I ever need anything is powder, so I'm not so shiny.
You get shiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get real shiny.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Dude, fuck.
I think it's because I take my skin is so hydrated.
Mm-hmm.
So what else? Is there anything you want to plug? You okay?
Yeah, so I got this movie about my father with Robert De Niro, Sebastian Maniscalco. It's in theaters now. You got to see it. Kim Cattrall is in it. She plays my mom.
I love her.
Mm-hmm.
And I talk about on stage how when I was a kid, I didn't have my first kiss until I graduated high school, and I didn't know what to do, so I bought a book on how to kiss, and it was Kim Cattrall's book on how. But when I got it, it was on how to eat snatch.
What?
And I read the whole thing.
Is that from like? Is that like tied in with her Sex and the City character?
I think that there might have been something. I don't know how much was her on Sex and the City also part of who she was? Like there was a hypersexual part of her. There must. I always assume this because of that book that she has a book on this. That there was.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
it's crazy. She's pretty low key. I don't know
It was
what's
a
up with
different
that
times
book.
before COVID.
Right. Who else is in this movie?
Somebody told me that they know somebody who's in it.
They were. Brett Dyer. Brett Dyer plays my younger brother in the movie. Super funny.
It might be him, actually.
Leslie Bibb plays the love interest to Sebastian. Super funny. David Raishi of Sledgehammer fame, who's also Carl on Succession, plays my dad and is fucking super duper funny.
Man, that's cool. Sebastian is one of my favorite comedians now.
He's very funny in the movie. And this is about his dad. In real life, it's kind of like, based in that reality, but it's not exactly.
Playing a version of himself.
Yeah, but he's not even playing like a stand-up. He runs a hotel. But anyway, yeah, what is the difference? And then I'm also on this show called Muppets Mayhem. So if you got kids, you want to watch something with them, this is the perfect show. It's with the Mayhem Band, Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem, Lily Singh, Taj Mowry.
Ooh.
You familiar?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's good.
You've seen all of this already?
No, I've watched 3 episodes.
Those are two such different things. You have a cool stuff you're working on.
I play almost the same character in both. I play a douchebag in both of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you think you're cast as that?
That's what I look like. And it's not hard for me to do that.
Right.
Just
cut to a montage of you being like, this, we're not even gonna air this.
Yeah.
The whole interview doing that to me.
Yeah, I like that. Oh God, if we should just done that for an hour, we'd be so jacked afterwards. These socks would be so dry.
Oh, that's annoying. I forgot about that. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. And then this is important. The podcast I do with my best friends. You guys got to listen to it. It's like this, but different.
How come you guys don't do video? Because you're not allowed?
We're on YouTube.
Are you?
Yeah.
Because I've only seen clips. Were you not always on YouTube? Because I definitely
what?
searched.
You're right. When we first started, maybe like our first 30 episodes were not on YouTube. And then we were like, let's get on YouTube.
Yeah, why not be on YouTube?
Well, it was like a bone of contention. People were like, well, I got to like fucking think about what I look like and like.
Oh, between the guys who didn't want to do it.
I can't remember, but it was like, don't people just listen to this? Who watches it? And I was like, I think the only way not the only way, but most of my podcasts I watch. I don't listen to them.
That's arbitrary, but I know a lot of people are the same.
It is. And I think people would want to watch our podcast instead of just listen to it, just to see fucking Adam's crazy face, dude.
Mm-hmm.
See where Kyle lives.
Mm-hmm.
Check out Blake's hair.
And then for you,
No, I wouldn't. They don't act, they put their thumb up over the square. I think they'd be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, go to thisisimportant.com and
slash
it's go to
There's a slash at the end of it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Go to thisisimportant.com/
Mhm.
and click on one of the episodes, and
you got to do it. We're on YouTube. And I think they started like retroing like the ones we recorded because we
they're putting,
recorded
like, a
the
still
Zoom.
image?
They're like they're retroing it. I think they call it like classic rewind or something.
Who's they?
Our producers.
Is your producers iHeart, or is your producer
iHeart
work with
Radio.
iHeart?
No. It's our producers work for iHeartRadio.
Do your producers produce things that aren't for iHeartRadio?
Yeah. No. They just produce things for iHeartRadio.
I'm looking for a producer for a podcast.
This one?
No.
A new one, dude?
Yeah.
Fuck, I gotta get on it.
You know what? I don't. We'll have to bleep this out unless we aired the other one first, which we might. But Esther and I started a podcast. Did a test run a couple years ago. It went great, but we didn't do it.
Mhm.
And we're gonna start a pod. But like, this is so much work, and I'm like, I want to do this, but I got to find somebody.
It's too much. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Can we talk about this thing on air or no?
Yeah. Do you want to try it?
I gotta try it.
Do you
with the wig?
I was going to suggest. I mean, I know you haven't been having the best time, but would you mind putting this wig on?
No, I was just gonna do the ropes.
Great.
If that's okay.
Yeah. You might find, though, for most two-handed exercises, the highest weight isn't. It's not nothing.
No, that's good.
But
And what's inside here?
I don't know. I learned not to ask questions to Australians.
Guys, this is fucking sick.
I bought it years ago and I never installed it. And then like earlier this year, I'm like, I got to put this thing up, and I friggin' love
You
it.
found it on Amazon?
On Instagram.
I don't even know. This is great.
You gonna get one?
I might, dude. This is sick. And
Here.
it's called
Aeropetics one.
ADAPT version 1?
I don't know. I could let people know in the description, and then I could let you know. I'm sure I could find it. But I gotta get a pic of you.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for having me, man.
Scoot doo, blabbity blue.